Hey everybody, it's Amanda, and today you and I are gonna go through my pantry together. Okay, everyone, it's January. It's time for the, hashtag 3 Rivers challenge. I used to do what I called a January low spend month challenge, and Parsnips and Parsimony is doing that this month as well. Basically, it's all kind of the same thing. We're trying to use what's in our pantry this month, trying to save money, and trying to make sure that we're not letting anything go to waste. And January is a really great time, just to kind of step back from the shopping and really focus on what you've already got. And here's the thing. I have been basically nonstop running since, I don't know, September, October. Brianna got married in November. And so a couple months prior to that, as soon as she got engaged, really, we were just focused on that, and I have not focused on my house since then. And I'm just kind of here at the beginning of the year after the holidays, getting back in the swing of things. I'm really trying to hit the ground running. At this point though, I have literally no clue. Normally I'm so on top of stuff, you guys know this, but I have no clue what's in this house. And because it's just Rick and I really want to kind of rethink what I have, kind of go through it, and maybe even get rid of a few things, like pass them on to the kids, because there's a lot of stuff here that were like their favorites and aren't necessarily ours. But just kind of refresh, revamp what I have, really take a good look at what we have going on and make plans. So with that being said, we're gonna look at my cabinets first and see what exactly I have, what's going on with these cabinets. And we'll try to make some plans together. So this is a little bit of a pantry tour, a little bit of, I don't even know what it is, but we're gonna go through together because I think it's a good exercise. If you've never done this, maybe you can, see how I do it. So here we go, opening this first cabinet. Okay, y'all, so here is my sink, and this is the cabinet that is kind of above to the left. I got my dishwasher down here. I still haven't taken the plastic off, I know. I mean, I have oranges, and I have some vinegar, and I have an open thing of instant potatoes on the counter, but up here, I actually have up here a lot of oils and vinegars and just different things. I have some dry beans that I really need to use. And here I have, this is seaweed. Like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know seaweed's good for you. I don't ever eat it. This was Brianna's. Why is it in my house? I don't know, but this is exactly the kind of thing that I need to get rid of. So I have some pasta here. You can tell it's so unorganized. I totally did not pretty it up for you. Potatoes, I got some Asian style noodles. I have so many matzo ball soup and latke mixes. Like, I really need to use those. And I might even pass some of those on to Trey and Brianna as well. So I think that'll work for them. I have quick oats up here. Still more dry beans. This is like flaxseed. Tons of dry bean and nut and fruit mix. Lentils, more dry beans, and a little bit of rice back there. So most of my rice and flours are in my big pantry. We'll talk about that in a minute. From when I bought like 200 pounds of flour. But this is just the extras. This is just the little bit of stuff. But I do have like these big baking potatoes, and then I have these little tiny potatoes that I'm gonna be using those here in the next few days. I just got these pistachios. Quinoa, chia, I see back there. What else is back there? And, oh, farro. I forgot I had that farro. I need to use that. Okay. So y'all, ideas for the farro, and maybe even the chia. So let me throw this back here. All right, so this gives me an idea. I'm leaving the seaweed out. Brianna is supposed to maybe come by today. And if she does, she might be getting her seaweed. All right, so on this side of the counter, I mean, I'm not even counting coffee because I still have, I just bought a bunch of coffee, you guys saw that. So this is just a little bit of coffee. I also have a thing of bananas over there. But this cabinet on the left has a lot of my like Sure Gel and jam products. I still have in my freezer those blackberries that I bought. I haven't even bagged them. They're just sitting in my freezer. And I need to make jam with that. So that is definitely something I need to work on this month. I have this little bit of sugar, but I still have other sugars back there. This is just still my flour that I had on hand. Some dry milk. I really need to recheck the dates. you guys. We're gonna have to do a pantry clean out one day and go through all the dates. But, and this of course is my flour that I have on hand. Up top, I have more sugar. Cause like we literally don't use sugar very often. I have some instant coffee for different projects, but up there is just, there's just not much cornstarch. But that's all stuff that I like rarely use. So this is another cabinet that I use for baking items. And do you guys remember when I organized, like took out all of my herbs and spices and everything, and I made jars and I put them in alphabetical order? I'll probably link that at the top. But this has worked so well for me. Like it doesn't look organized, but I'm telling you, it is organized, and this has been the best for me to have everything in order. Up here I have some honeys and syrups. I have some big seasonings that I have. I have my coffees and teas over here, but then I have all of these baskets, which they're great. So I put these baskets in at the top, and they have like chocolate chips, nuts, dried fruit. Some of them have teas and things. This one right here has like my odds and ends in it, so like cookie sprinkles and stuff. So I actually know where everything is in here. So this doesn't look organized, but it's actually very organized. So this is my happy place, believe it or not, even though it looks a little crazy. It could be made prettier, let's be honest. But there's nothing in there that's like stuff that I'm actually gonna cook and make. This is my cabinet with things I'm going to cook and make. And this is mostly cans. So down here, I have a bunch of canned beans. Now, I just threw these down here earlier. But generally speaking, there's like a bunch of canned beans and chickpeas and cannellini beans. Back there I have corn. Back over there I have pasta sauce. Here I have pizza sauce, tomatoes, and pumpkin in the back. So all of that is things I can cook with. And I already knew I had that. I have a ton of barbecue sauce that I just bought. More oats. I have my canned milks, which include coconut milk and goat milk. I really want to make curry. I need to put that on my mental list. I have one thing of chicken broth, a little bit of peanut butter, oil, some maple syrup, and then I have a bunch, I don't know if you guys can see back here, some hoisin. I got a bunch of hot sauces back there, like 5 or 6 of them. I've got a bunch of salsa. This is all like a row of honey. Like I have a ton of honey, more oils, some barbecue sauce, and some salad dressing, some more maple syrup. So I really don't have too terribly much, which I guess is okay because it's just Rick and I. But I've really got to start making better menu plans so I can use all of these. Now I am gonna say, I talked to Brianna because I don't love chickpeas or garbanzo beans. Brian and Brianna were the ones who usually ate those, and I have a ton of them still here. So I talked to Brianna today, and she is probably gonna take some of the chickpeas, and that way we can get rid of some of those. I do have some that I'm gonna keep on hand, but I just don't need as many as I have. So she is definitely taking that. And then let's talk about the fridge. Okay, y'all, here's the fridge. Now we actually have the ginger ale and this lemonade. We made a drink for New Year's. And that's about as exciting as we get because we never have soda. If you've ever been, like you guys have been looking in my fridge and freezer for years. I cannot even remember the last time I've had soda in it. But we had it for New Year's. So we had a bunch of people around and that's what we did. So we've got a couple of things of oat milk. I've even got one little thing back there of the fat-free skim milk that was frozen that we pulled out. We have the whipping cream, sour cream, Parmesan cheese, Rick's blue cheese. Have a bunch of leftovers because we ate with my mom last night and my mom sent us home with leftovers. Some rice. I've got some eggs and some butter. This is Rick's lunch meats and cheeses for every day he has at work. We still have some hot dogs back here, which I actually need to freeze because I bought a huge thing for Christmas. And we are not going to eat it. Like we had company over, but this is still so much left and we are not gonna eat those. So we've gotta freeze them and maybe have them at a later time. and then a little block of cheese. And then down here we have cabbage and spinach and kale, celery, peppers, carrots, apples, lemons, bad lemon, and some ginger. And those are just some basic things that we have on hand, but there's really nothing crazy in my fridge. Like, it's not overwhelmed. I have some vegan butter, and we've got loads of condiments. You know, mayonnaise, mustard. Oh, I got some orange juice there. All of the things. Plenty of salsa that needs to be used up down there, mental note. Let's talk about this freezer. Y'all, this freezer is in a situation. Like, first of all, I have never had, this is my bag that I use to make broth. It's never this full. Like, I really need to make some broth, for real. But I have my yeast on the door, and I'm so excited to experiment with baking bread. Some hash brown potatoes, a bunch of fish that I really need to use. There's a little bit of sorbet down there. That bottom drawer has a bunch of vegan stuff in it. So that's just like keeping on hand in case Trey's around, and I gotta make sure I have something for him. I have some tater tots, but you'll notice that this shelf, and this shelf is all mostly chicken. Like, I've got broccoli florets, I've got some potatoes, and I got a little thing of burgers, another thing of hash browns, and frankly, even this shelf there. I don't know if you can see that. Way back in the back there, but it's mostly chicken, and that is because I just have so much chicken. I do have a couple things of burgers. I do have some Butcher Box left. And y'all, on that note, let me just say, Butcher Box right now, I'll put a link down in the description box. If you want to do Butcher Box right now, they're doing a really great bundle special where you get like 7 pounds of meat for free when you sign up. And when do you do anything that you get 7 pounds of meat for free? You don't. So I'm gonna put a link down there. This is a good time to sign up. At the New Year's, they always have a great deal. Now's the time to do it. Get your Butcher Box. But anyway, so I do have some Butcher Box beef. I do have some chicken. Up here is just ice in Rick's lunch bag because it's a freezer bag. And then this coconut milk, butter pecan ice cream that was from Brianna and Trey. I don't know if she's gonna take that with her, if we're just gonna keep it here for a snack, but I mean, we still, y'all, I could live off of this with just my husband and I. Like, all of the things that are in this freezer, we could live off of this freezer, the two of us, for probably 3 months at least. And that's not even my big freezer. And up here, by the way, I have like bread and chips and marshmallows from when we were doing roasted marshmallows out at the bonfire. And I have some crackers. So there's another thing of crackers. But y'all, let's talk about this big freezer. I'm telling you. And I've been cooking, but it's just the two of us. And where I used to go through food like crazy, now it's like, did we even eat anything? You know, it's crazy. I think of Rick and I as eating a lot, but compared to having so many big boys in the house, I don't eat nothing. Let me show you. Look at this freezer. Like, this freezer is packed. Those are my blueberries that are frozen that I need to make jam out of. Like, it is so packed. Packed. Fish. Blueberries. I need to make blueberry jam too. Butcher Box. Chicken Butcher Box. Berries. Chicken. Chicken. Butter. I am running out of frozen butter and heavy cream, so I do need to update that. I think this is more Butcher Box chicken. Y'all. More frozen berries. I needed. These were actually Brianna's smoothies. That's what she used it for. I do have a little bit of cheese here. I forgot how many frozen berries I have. It's good that we're doing this. And then there's more broccoli, more hash browns. I have tons of broccoli and hash browns. Those all need to be used. So that's what I got on hand. It's so orange in my laundry room that this now looks blue. But let's get in regular light and you can see what I actually look like. Okay, so we have food. We have so much food. Like, I don't even need to think about eating out this month. Like, I don't need to think about it. What I need to do is eat some chicken. Like, for real. Like, chicken. But you know, if I make chicken all the time, Rick gets tired of it. And I gotta mix it up a little bit. But I've got to do something. Because we gotta eat this food. And I love, do not get me wrong, I love having some food storage. You never know. We all have learned this. You never know. But at the same time, with just the two of us, I don't want it to just go to waste, just sitting in the freezer for years and years, right? It's gotta be actually used. So that's my pantry tour. I don't know. You guys give me some ideas. What should I do with it? I'm at this point right now, like, it's like, okay, take it all in and let's do something with it. I don't see, this is, sometimes people come to you online and they're like, I got all the answers and I'm gonna solve every one of life's problems for you. This is not one of those times. This is me just being a regular mom slash wife. I guess I don't really do the mom thing too much anymore. Do the wife thing now. But it's like, now I gotta look at it and go, okay. It's really hard when you're transitioning from having so many people, just the two of you, and trying to figure out how to kind of downsize everything. Cause like I can make a whole chicken, but then I gotta use it. And girl, you know, I can take a chicken. I mean, let me link it right up here. I can take a chicken and make it into 8 meals. But that's 8 meals for a family of 5. This would be like 16 meals for a family of 2. So my word, y'all, we gotta get creative here. We gotta get creative here. All right, well, this is it. This video is just the pantry tour, okay? I'm gonna keep going with this and we're gonna come up with some ideas because I wanna use this stuff up. I wanna really get everything in order and start moving forward because there are some things that I've got coming up and I'll be sharing with you. But at the same time, I don't want to get like distracted from like the life that I want to live, which is homemade foods. Like, who wants to eat out all the time? It's gross. It's gross and it's expensive. Like, I like my food better. So we're gonna take a look at what we have now that I know, and figure out some meals and figure out some ways to use all of this. And you guys are gonna help me. But anyway, you tell me, what are you guys doing the 3 Rivers challenge / low spend month / whatever? Have you done a pantry inventory? Like, this isn't a full inventory where I actually spelled out exactly what I have, but you guys have seen it. This like, oh, almost. Let's not talk about this hundreds of pounds of flour that I still have. Like, I still have pumpkin seeds and baking soda and chocolate chips and all the different kinds of rice and all of the hundreds of pounds of flour and the ready meals and all kinds of stuff in here. So like, there's still so much more that I could use. Like, there's no excuse. Okay, so I mean it. We're getting on this thing. We're gonna make some things at home. I am definitely planning to be working on bread. I am definitely planning to do some chicken meals because I have tons of chicken. But I need to expand my chicken repertoire. So if you have a favorite chicken meal, put that down in the comments because I need something different, y'all. Just like different. Especially if it's something different with like a whole chicken. Give me that, like throw that at me. But this is what we got. This is what we're working with. And there's just the 2 of us. So yeah, well, anyway, thank you for joining me and checking out my pantry. We come back tomorrow and we'll see what we can do with it. I'll see you next time. Bye.